The North American title was on the line with Ethan Page taking on our old friend from the WWE, Muhammad Ali.
Mustafa Ali.
Him too. And remember I said that NXT had the match of the night from both shows and it wasn't even close. This was fucking it. And I'm going to preface it by saying, yes, people are going to say, oh, Cornette, they still did a little too much in places and they still got to slow down a little bit. And that wasn't perfect. But these guys recognized that they had a main event spot, or not a featured spot, let's say, on the fucking TV show, and they want to get over, and they worked their ass off. And they nailed a high percentage, 90-something% of whatever they tried to do. They kept the pace up. They had interesting and innovative spots and moves. They again, it was modern. They went a little too far in some aspects, but the spots, the pace, the work, the effort, the break spot, Page swung Ali throat first into the post in a strange way that I can't describe, but it looked neat. There was a spot where Page dropped Ali face first on the top turnbuckle and then hit him with a big kick, and Ali took a bump ass over tea kettle. And Page went for the cover, and Ali backbridged out and then collapsed from the effort. It was odd, but it got a pop. There was some different things here. Ali took a hell of a face first into a lower turnbuckle for a 2 count, and he gave a nice tornado DDT for another 2 count. And right as they went for this, Ali did a big dive, and both of them went over the announce desk, and what a bump that was. I wrote, they're hitting everything, but they're pressing their luck. I'm like, something's going to go bad unless they go, because the people were with it. And Ali's, when they came back from the bump over the goddamn desk, Ali's foot was wrapped in one of the audio or camera cables, and the way that he did it, I'm not even sure yet that it wasn't an accident, because he got it around his leg and it stopped him. It distracted him as he was trying to climb to the top rope. And I'm wondering, did he fasten it that well and that smoothly and do it that realistically, or was it just a happy mistake or happy moment? But Page pushed him off the turnbuckle all the way almost to the railing, boom, and then threw him in with the cable still around his leg and hit a twist of fate on him, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that push looked pretty brutal.
I think he wanted to go about 2 feet farther and land a little different way, but he, knock on wood, he's all right. But again, it wasn't perfect. It was starting to be a little much, but by far the match of both shows, and they did it in 15 minutes. So the time flew by because they were busy. Shit was going on, but they didn't stay forever. And they would actually sell shit at some point in the middle of things to give it some oomph. But
and the fans were in
this. Yes. And again, hometown, that's their building, but there was some other things that night that they weren't nearly that much into. They didn't need to be biased to like this. So that was of this show. That was the thing that I remember and really that I would have watched on purpose if I was just a regular guy walking down the street, peeping into people's windows to watch their TV.
So obviously it started with pure hatred because of his silliness in TNA. And then in AEW, you would watch Ethan Page. I would tell you I thought he was all right, but he really didn't get a chance to do too much shit. And some of the stuff he was involved with was just terrible. Now that he's in NXT, what do you think of him? Seeing him actually work a one-on-one match that isn't surrounded by silliness or anything.
No, he's good. He's good technically, And he obviously mentally knows how to put this shit together to where they did a heck of a job here. I'm sorry to say that I think he can be employed in some aspect for some time. With the physique and just the general overall aura, I don't see him as a main event guy, but he was better here than many of the fucking folks that we see on the roster on a weekly basis. I mean, the main roster is what I'm saying. So he's got something, but we're not looking at the next Braun Breaker here. I'm sorry.